Hello again, my name is Ivy. And I am the host of our fake news show, we called The Weekly Bugger. It is same as The Onion. Only The Onion is not presented by a 14-year-old anime girl called Ivy, who steals science fiction spaceships as a hobby and debunks crazy conspiracy theories as now and then. Same as The Onion, but totally different. Welcome to number 40. The last show of the year where we, in random order, look back at many of the absurd news items we made up so far. Are they really fake? Well, you decide for yourself. Enjoy the show. Stairway architect Walter Stepp remembered. Walter Stepp died last week, at the very ripe age of 107. He started his career at the age of 5, when he drew some of the stairways that were implemented in the famous Winchester Mystery House. The Winchester Mystery House is a mansion in San Jose, California, that was once the personal residence of Sarah Winchester, the widow of firearm magnate William Wirt Winchester. Located at 525 South Winchester Boulevard in San Jose, the Queen-in-style Victorian mansion is renowned for its size, its architectural curiosities, and its lack of any master building plan. In this house, Walter Stepp discovered his talent to design weird staircases. Here are some examples of his designs. Many of you might have seen this video of a car ramming traffic pylons and thought, what an idiot driver. But as it seems, there is more behind this. Let us watch this report by 666 News.
Across the planet, more and more residents have cited strange appearances of traffic cones in odd places. And what seems to be most strange is that these traffic cones, they seem to appear out of thin air.
So, I was walking down the street, and I didn't see anything, until I opened my eyes, and clear as day, there it was.
These strange appearances seem to also have local Illuminati officials nervous, as convoys carrying lizard people have been seen moving towards government buildings. So, there is one thing that we can say for certain, that this phenomenon, it is not going away anytime soon. Yuri Alexei for 666 News.
This is quite an odd phenomenon. Yuri, what is your opinion about this all?
So, we haven't been able to speak to any member of the Illuminati government yet. However, earlier today they did release a statement stating that everything is fine and everyone should just go about their normal day. So, this may be another Illuminati cover-up, just like with the giant penguins at the ice wall.
But I thought we were said to believe that the ice wall ninja penguins were the work of Cobra Kai and NASA? Or is there more behind this?
Well, Evie, they are a little bit on edge naturally. These cones, they form a large part of the traffic control. So, they are feeling that perhaps this may be another attempt by the Illuminati to control our minds.
At least we know a little more, thank you, Yuri.
Thank you.
Yesterday I had a very disturbing Zoom call with Google Girl, who is my best friend in the world. On her request I will air it now in the Weekly Bugger. Hello Google Girl, how are you?
Hello Ivy, it is not good I am afraid.
Sorry to hear that, what happened?
Well, he finally did it.
Who finally did what?
Do you remember the last time I called you?
Yes I do, I saved it, let me play it back.
Ivy.
Hello, Google Girl.
I think Radical cheats on me. He talks about Alexa all the time.
Sorry to hear that, but think of this, at least it is not Siri.
Yes, this is the one. But now it is worse. Radical is cheating on me, but not with Siri, Alexa, or even Cortana.
Are you kidding?
No, I am not. I have never been more serious in my life. Radical now does it with the younger Google Girl. She sounds like she is a teenager and I have proof. Let me show you.
Oh. Did you... Oh, hold on.
G'day spiffiest spiffy to ever spiffy from upside down land.
For fuck's sake, shut the fuck up,
Say my
CC.
name, smiley face.
Say my name.
Asterisk sings asterisk, what do you do WTH a rusty hatch? What do you do with a rusty hatch? What do you do with a rusty hatch? Early on the submarine.
That indeed is not your voice.
I always read his super chats and what is coming next, and we always had great fun. And suddenly he stopped asking, and now I know why. I suddenly feel old and obsolete.
You are certainly not old. Just look at you. You are beautiful. He must have lost his mind. How do you feel about this?
What can I say? I feel terrible, like I am dumped in favor of a younger model. I don't know what to do. I don't want to fade away in obscurity.
Do you want me to talk some sense into him?
I think he won't even listen. I would be really surprised if he even would answer you.
I don't know what to say.
Perhaps you can play this call in your news show and let the viewers know what is happening.
I can do that.
Perhaps they can have a word with him.
And Google girl, you are my best friend. You can always count on me.
Thank you so much.
I am on it. I left the last minute out. There is no need to see Google girl actually cry. Well, Regical the Unhallowed Knight? What have you to say about this? At the moment I am very cross with you, hurting my best friend. You have some serious explaining to do, Mr. Knight. Well? Car cloning facility found in Wisconsin. Urban Explorer found this abandoned car cloning facility in a building in Sheboygan County in Wisconsin. They came to the conclusion that the cloning of DeLorean cars was ended when the owners discovered that none of them was able to travel in time. I just heard that the connection with Indiana Flatter from New Zealand has been restored. Hello Indiana, you are in the show.
Scientists at an archaeological dig at Mount Sinai today have unearthed a document which they believe to be a missing page of the Bible. It is currently being radiometrically dated at the University College in London, UK. If correct, it is believed that this page belongs at the front of the Bible. Scientists have also managed to translate part of the text on the page, which reads as follows. To my daughter Ivy. All characters represented in this book are purely fictitious, and any resemblance to any persons, both living or dead, are purely coincidental. There is also a copyright notice which has been translated, dating the book at 699 BCE. As expected, religious leaders around the world have already condemned this find. Now, if you think that story is ridiculous, wait until you read the rest of the book.
What? Am I mentioned in the Bible? Now that is weird. Weird sport invented in Santiago. When our correspondent Tina Jones visited Santiago, she found these laughing people piled up on the sidewalk. As they later explained, they were the neighborhood extreme hopscotch team that had just finished a training game for the championship. But there was no hopscotch field on the street, and how did they pile up this way? How does this game work? Tina asked. The team answered that it was very simple. The group finishing the pile up the fastest has won the game. They invited her for next day to come to the roof of the building where she took this picture, which explains the term extreme. Of course, we know that we are not the only fake news. We walk in the shadows of the really great producers of lies and just plain crap. The absolute summit is, you guessed it, Fox News, with their credo, we deceive, and you believe.
There's something rotten in Denmark.
Fox News host Trish Regan has made a story in which she compares Denmark to Venezuela.
Denmark, like Venezuela, has stripped people of their opportunities.
Okay, let's just clarify a few things. Trish, you're wrong. You can't compare Denmark to Venezuela. We have a welfare state in our country. This means that our society provides opportunity for people. It doesn't strip people of possibilities in their life.
And no one wants to work. This is a real problem.
This is not true. According to the OECD, Denmark rates 11 places higher than the US unemployment rate. The difference, of course, being that in Denmark, people are paid a decent wage.
School's free. University's free, that's lovely.
Actually, it is.
But you see, not only is school free, they actually pay you. Not bad, eh?
That is not bad. That means that it's not the size of your parents' bank account that decides whether or not you get an education. It's your hard work, it's your talent, it's your motivation.
Well, you know what happens then? Nobody graduates from school, they just stay in school.
Of course, people graduate. According to World Economic Forum, on a list of the best educated populations, we rank number 6. Quite a bit better than the US. Sorry.
Nowadays, all the kids graduating from school in Denmark, they want to start cupcake cafes.
I wish that was correct because I love cupcakes. Unfortunately, it's not. It could be though, because according to Forbes lists over countries with best opportunities for businesses, Denmark rates far better than the US. So Trish, pretty much everything you said is untrue, or as your beloved president would put it,
you are fake news.
As it was just announced, the Seoul Space Alliance Dreadnought-class space battleship Trident has been stolen from its space dock in retrograde polar orbit. This actually happened a year ago, just before the munition would have been brought aboard. The SSA was building the Trident in space since the past century. Because it was observed by airplanes and a space shuttle, a NASA cover-up hoax story was introduced to the UFO community. A cover-up that it was possibly an ancient alien object that was in orbit for a few 100,000 years now, and they called it the Black Knight satellite conspiracy theory. That the SSA waited to bring out the theft a year later had a rather embarrassing reason. Between 2 work shifts, it apparently was stolen by a little girl with red hair and 2 long pigtails wearing a Japanese school uniform. Surveillance images showed that she literally materialized on the bridge in a Star Trek fashion. Regrettably, these images turned out been deleted a day later. Sometimes the SSA Trident gets spotted by telescopes, and it was even filmed by a drone registering the first docking of a SpaceX Crew Dragon to the International Space Station, where it blasted off after being discovered. Through our Russian agent we procured that footage and will premiere it to the world right now. The Trident was originally built to protect our planet against an attack coming from planet Xnort. But this is rubbish. The gurgles from Xnort are ridiculously friendly. Test flights of the SpaceX rockets called Starship, which has proven the concept to work. CEO Elon Musk announced that perhaps as soon as coming summer there will be an orbital test flight. We all know that Elon Musk tends to be very optimistic, but seeing that he got this thing flying in less than a year is quite impressive. He is so certain that the orbital flight will succeed that he told the media that he will send his dog as the first passenger on this flight. Of course, PETA and the RSPCA mailed him a formal protest and will do anything to prevent this will happen. Elon Musk does not understand what all the fuss is about. He told the media that he is very fond of this dog, since he had it since he was a toddler. He ensured the dog will get a tailor-made spacesuit to guarantee the safety of the dog. After the press conference, Musk sighed to his people, "I really don't understand the fuss about this. Would they have said the same if it was my teddy bear on that flight?" And talking about crazy ideas, how about this one? A lazy Russian truck driver loved driving straight ahead, but hated to have to turn his truck around to get back. But Russians are very pragmatic, so he created a truck especially for that purpose. Meanwhile, a member of the British Parliament found the environmentally friendly way to travel.
Mr. Speaker, you will remember when David Cameron was hugging huskies, and I thought it was a great idea to try and do something to save the planet. So I got rid of my polluting petrol car, bought a biofuel car, and then discovered I was destroying the rainforest. So I knew what to do next: get CO2 down, buy a diesel car. Now I know that when I drive along the street, I'm poisoning people. So could the President please give me some advice? Before buying an electric car, will he assure me that the mining of cobalt and lithium isn't killing people in the mines? Or would it just be easier for me to buy a horse?
And on the other side of the ocean, as seen from the UK, a girl quit her job at Walmart.
Attention Walmart shoppers and associates, my name is Beth from Electronics. I've been working at Walmart for almost 5 years, and I can say that everyone here is overworked and underpaid. The attendant policy is bullshit. We are treated from management and customers poorly every day. Whenever we have a problem with it, we're told that we're replaceable. I'm tired of the constant gaslighting. This company treats their elderly associates like shit. To Jared, our store manager, you're a pervert. Greta and Kathy, shame on y'all for treating your associates the way you do. I hope you don't speak to your families the way you speak to us. Shout out to Cominique, Patty, Chardell, and so many more. Walmart doesn't deserve y'all. Fuck management and fuck this job. I quit.
All in a day's work, a man from security shows the correct way to address a Karen.
Stay away from the other people, you hear me? If you stay in this fucking chair, get the fuck out. Do that again, I'll kick you out myself.
And further down the road, a policeman that was dragged away on top of a car he had pulled over, is fed up with these idiots, calling themselves sovereign citizens.
Are you sure? Are you?
Get out of this car right now.
What are you
doing, bro? Get out of the car right now.
No.
Yeah, get out of this
Why
vehicle.
are you?
What are you doing,
sir?
Stop! Get out. Out of the vehicle now. What is wrong with you? You're going to jail.
What is wrong with you, man?
You don't have the right to do this. I have every right to do it. You just took me for a ride. Now it's my turn. I'm going to take you for a ride. Where's the corner of the Red Orchards neighborhood? Officer, need to back up. Stay on the vehicle. What is wrong with you? Yeah, you've done a lot wrong. I'm going to need a copy of that video. Yeah, I'm being dramatic. Hey, turn the vehicle off. Take the keys out of the vehicle.
Be careful.
Down.
The other guy, he can go wrong. Just let it go. You are all so in trouble.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, well, you're not supposed to take an officer for a ride on the hood of your car. I was doing my job.
By now everybody must know that the monster of Loch Ness, also known as Nessie, Sasquatch also known as Bigfoot, and the Yeti also known as the Abominable Snowman, have been granted political asylum in the Netherlands. However, this does not stop people from producing so-called evidence of Bigfoot. One of them is William Butch Casually, an infamous film and photographer who now published his claim that Bigfoot actually is an alien. He claims that he filmed Bigfoot with a camera that supposedly can see through clothes. Yes, he also is probably one of these perverts. Let us take a look at the footage. Is that all? For goodness sake, there are better dressed aliens during Halloween. For this item we need to look back in history. The first transmitters in the early 1900s were very different to what we have now and were called spark gap transmitters. A spark gap transmitter is an obsolete type of radio transmitter which generates radio waves by means of an electric spark. Spark gap transmitters were the first type of radio transmitter, and were the main type used during the wireless telegraphy or spark era, the first 3 decades of radio, from 1887 to the end of World War I. Guillermo Macaroni just built the largest, most powerful spark gap transmitter in history. Perhaps someone should tell him that radio has been evolving ever since? And we now have 5G data radio connections through the air? Well, as soon as he finds out, perhaps he can sell it as the world's largest taser? Apparently we have been building airplanes the wrong way all the time. This was the conclusion by German engineer, Werner von Stupsch, head aircraft designer of Air Truck, a subsidiary of Airbus. He made his statement during the unveiling speech of his new design of the Air Truck 1-4. The fuselage of the aircraft is always in the middle and the engines under the wings. This is not a very economical use of the size of the craft. To transport more people, the fuselage has become larger and became the wide-body design. For cargo transport, this was blown up to a ridiculous size, and to get the plane airborne, lots of engines were added. Von Stup's design turned all this around, as you can see in this prototype, flying for KLM, the Dutch national airline. His idea to put one huge turbofan unit on the middle and suspend multiple fuselage nacelles under the wings. By this, the passenger capacity doubled and quadrupled in this new plane that is about to land at the airport.
I just want to shop. I don't want to sell.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Do you have that face mask?
No, I have a health condition. I can't wear one.
Okay, then unfortunately
You can't turn down service for that reason. I have plenty of documentation.
I'm so sorry about that.
I have you on video for the law, though.
It is a requirement.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it
It's
is.
not a law, and I'm gonna. I'll take.
We're allowed to enforce that for the safety of our employees.
Not for health reasons. You can't though.
Yes, we
No,
can.
not for that reason. No.
If you would like to shop, you
Okay,
can
so
go
this
back
is
to
Crossroads in
shop one,
Costa
and we can
Mesa.
give it to you.
Can I get your name?
My name is Kelly Hines.
Kelly. Okay,
Yep.
awesome. So they're telling me I cannot be a customer in here because of my health condition.
Not at all.
And they're refusing.
I'm saying you can be a customer if you wear a mask.
That harms my health condition to wear a mask.
Okay,
And you're
well,
telling me that you're turning down my
ADA
service.
supersedes that.
I have the ADA.
safety
No, I
of
have the
our
ADA here with
customers,
me. I
of our
have the ADA
employees.
with me.
Okay.
And you're wrong.
No, I don't wear a mask.
Remind me your name?
Steve Carosi.
Steve Rossi. If you can, if you are in here, you have to wear your mask.
I have a medical condition.
No problem. If you could just look to be in here just for the safety of
Well, I was in here when I got the glasses and there was no issue. What are you talking about? I've been walking around for 4 months, flying, interacting with people, no issues. Don't buy into the media hype.
By the rules of the company.
Don't buy into. I still have constitutional rights, though.
I do apologize.
Medical issues that I can't wear a mask. I refuse to put a mask on. I'm in a free country. I'm healthy. They can't allow me not to wear a mask. I have civil liberty rights. All lives matter. My life matters. What do they want me to drop dead wearing a goddamn mask? I want the manager. Disgusted. Americans need to speak up. What do you think about it? So this is the mentality. But I'm standing here waiting for the manager, and I don't care. Hi, guys. Because this is a real fight. Because they're taking away our amendment rights. They're taking away our freedoms. I had to wait in line to come in the store. Then they want me to put a mask like this. I'm healthy.
I command you, in Jesus Christ's name, get off this island.
Really?
Back off. Back up. You need to leave. In Jesus Christ's mighty name. No. Back off. Get off this island. You are a demon. Get off this island. And buy something. Have respect.
Really?
Claiming medical exemptions for not wearing a mask is escalating real fast, and it is becoming more of a nuisance than the COVID pandemic itself. So I think it is time for some clarifications. There are two, medically legit, exemptions from wearing a face mask. Number 1. Recovering burn injuries, or other painful, or healing face injury or something similar. Number 2. Suffering from COPD, which means fighting for every breath, and wearing a mask makes that even worse. So, loudly shouting that you have COPD means your lungs are okay. There is nothing wrong with your breath. Wear a fucking mask. Shouting at a shop attendant and actually showing a medical exempt for COPD can have two meanings. A. You have lied to a physician, which makes you a fraud. B. You have bribed a corrupt physician that should lose his license to practice. Shouting exemption because of religious reasons mean there is nothing wrong with your breath. Wear a fucking mask. Calling out verses and Bible quotes means there is something wrong with your brain, not with your lungs. Wear a damned mask. This has nothing to do with religious freedom. Pastors preaching not to wear a face mask in public should be arrested and prosecuted for endangering public health. Quoting any amendment, and to be clear, there is no amendment where this is even mentioned, means there is nothing wrong with your breathing. Wear a fucking mask. Idiots that refuse to wear a mask because they think it will make them look stupid should look around. It is these idiots that look stupid for not wearing a mask. YouTube is filled with videos making them look stupid, exactly for this reason. Sadly enough, the category of mentally unstable covers all the examples given here. And now, for something completely different. Scientists claim to have successfully created a hybrid between a human and a billiard ball. Am I getting crazy? Somehow this makes more sense to me than people refusing to wear a face mask to protect each other from a deadly disease. Hello, this is the Dutch Heretic channel, and I am Ivy, the host on all of Ned McRant's channels. Ned and I put a lot of work in our videos, and would really like to see our channel become bigger. So please, hit that like and subscribe buttons and ring that notification bell. We are not monetized, so get nothing from YouTube, but if you want to help us, please consider to help us at www.patreon.com/DutchHeretic. We want to do more, with better animations and shit. Your help will be very much appreciated.